episode of Stories That Transform Career. And we have another unique guest today, Mr. Dhananjay, and he is having 24 plus years of exposure in IT related services, and on the unique journey related to robotics. And the whole purpose here, we are going to ask him his own journey. And the whole purpose here is to just, we can relate, we can just get the guidance. If we stuck maybe initial phase of our career, maybe after 10, 12 years of our journey, and next we are thinking what to do. So welcome Dhananjay to this talk show, and yes, your introduction is from your own way. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Upendra. So, good afternoon to everyone. Okay, so my name is Dhananjay, as Upendra has already introduced me. So, I'm founder of Roboprenr. We are into robotics and coding and artificial intelligence training for school and college students. Now, so I have spent about 24 years combined, including job and my journey on entrepreneurship. So I've worked with big companies like I started my career with Engineers India Limited after I graduated, and then I was with Infosys for 10 years, and I got chance to work with many big MNCs like Apple, Cisco, Pitney Bowes. Then I have been on entrepreneurship journey, and also I have been I worked in Amadeus for 3 years. They're into airline sector, and a couple of other work in different organizations. So I'm full time on this journey of robotics education since 2019, and this is almost like 3.5 years now. So yeah, it's very fascinating journey I had so far, and I'm happy to share my learning, and probably you can gain something out of my story.
Yeah, so great. Thanks for just giving crisp and whatever the gist introduction. Now, the basic question I'm going to start with while doing your graduation. Okay, graduation and getting into your very first job. What was the situation? Means, can you please share your journey of that IIT, just while IIT and first job? That thing.
Okay. So yeah, so I will just take a step back again. So now, as all of us strive to get into engineering colleges, so did I, and I was basically I prepared hard to get into the engineering college, got into IIT, and got a good rank, decent rank, and since I did not had much of guidance, I ended up choosing mechanical engineering, right? Mechanical engineering. Uh, Not realizing my true potential in computer science. So I graduated as a mechanical engineer, and so as a part of campus recruitment, we would attempt various companies, and then I could land my first job in a pretty good oil public sector company called Engineers India Limited, which is based out of Delhi. Now, the learning from that is so when I was applying to these companies which has come to the campus. I was not selected in the first three companies. So Engineers India Limited was the fourth company where I got selected. Now, there were various reasons why I could not make to the other three companies. But the
Yeah,
thing
so
is,
I will stop here, Dhananjay, and these are the points basically I'd like to share with our audience. See, success or whatever you achieved, we all know. But the situation, what just you mentioned, saying that, okay, first three company I failed to, the fourth company somehow I got selected, right? What was going on while this rejection, first, second, third, and that too with reputed means IIT, right? It's a brand. Till today, it's a worldwide brand. So, what you have done? What was your mindset, and how you overcome with that? What preparation, if anything, you have done? Can you please share that part in detail?
yeah. So now when I started appearing for these interviews, surprisingly, there was no guidance from either the college or probably any mentor or any senior. So it was all learning as while we go, right? So when I appeared for the first company interview, no, I progressed to one level. I think it was Wipro, and I was
Mhm.
just taking a shot on that. So I could not even clear the first level, which was kind of aptitude level. And there, no, the test was not very hard, but somehow I screwed up there. So I could not clear that first level. So then I prepared a little bit, and then I appeared for the next company. That next company was Mahindra and Mahindra. So I do remember the names of the company. So there I could go through the group discussion round. I did make up to the interview,
Mhm.
and throughout this phase, which was the fourth year of my engineering, I was constantly refining myself, learning how can I do better in the next interview. So they were learning from the previous interview, which I would want to use in the next interview. So that learning, along with that, mastering my skills, mastering my subjects, my topics, the concepts, all that, I kept on doing it. Second interview, I reached to the interview level. Mahindra and Mahindra, I couldn't make it. I was not selected for that also because probably they had very less requirements. They had only two requirements, and probably my interview did not go very well, which I was not aware. I thought my interview had gone well. So, but yeah, so rejections can happen whenever, whether you expect or you don't expect. Third company was. Uh, Third company was actually Reliance. Reliance had come, and they were looking for people for their turbine industry. So
Okay.
what I was talking about is I'm from mechanical. I'm interested in automobile. So that's what they thought. Okay, no, we are a turbine engineering company, and you are talking about automobiles. So you should not apply here. So now then it occurred to me that okay, I need to talk about myself, my interest, and I should talk about which is relevant to to that particular company. So that was my learning from there. And here also we should be a little bit more selective. If our choice, our interest in a particular sector, then we have to select those companies. While during my campus recruitment, it was okay, let's try and whichever company comes, we would apply to see how it goes, right? And let's see if we get selected in some of the companies. So it was not easy, even for IIT, right? It was not easy.
Okay.
And yeah, so just continuing the journey. So like the fourth company which came was Engineers India Limited, and I could crack it. And the reason was I had refined myself after practice of three interviews. I kept on talking. I kept on appearing for these interviews, which made me better in a matter of 1 month. And I still continued learning my fundamentals. And when I was very prompt, and when the interview happened, they actually liked me. They liked my explanations, concepts, and all because I was very fresh and I was a refined version. After three rejections, I was a refined version, and that was the reason I could make to one of the quite coveted company which used to visit our campus.
Okay. So here, Dhananjay, you shared that okay, definitely first, second, third rejection, fourth. So you keep revising, keep maybe polishing yourself as well the skill or whatever the question related. Now you said you didn't got guidance. If you could have got guidance, maybe first, second attempt you could have just any suggestion if person professional just on your stage long back that time what you were right now the students professionals are there to do it better to crack in maybe first second attempt what advice you would like to give to them.
Yeah. So first of all, your presentation, the way you look, the way you present yourself is important. And I was always well dressed, neat and clean. I would go. So first impression is very important. And
Okay.
then of course no, you have to prepare for the interview. Like no, I would probably not have no, not made to the aptitude test of Wipro if I had prepared for it. So you have to know that these are the basics which are required, and if you prepare, these are the low hanging fruits. You can really get to a higher level of interview, higher number of rounds by just doing these basics. Have a better presentation, better look. If you can improve on your communication, you talk and practice that, does lot of wonders. So so these are the things, and yeah, never lose faith, have confidence in yourself. Everybody has talent. Every single person has talent, and that's why we are here where we are currently. So have faith in yourself, keep attempting, keep trying. There are lakhs of companies in the world. Somebody will like you and it will take you, but don't lose heart, keep trying. So yeah, so more on that, no, basically, as I was mentioning, that no, you should also do research of the company which you are in, that no, what this company is, what is the technologies, what are the areas of their work, and accordingly see if that aligns to your thinking, your interest, and then you go and prepare for that, and then you apply for that, and then you talk about that. Okay, I'm really passionate about that. Companies are looking to get people who are really interested, really keen to work. Everybody wants people who want to work and they are capable. So you show yourself as capable. You show your interest and be always open to learn and get, and then do really good for that company. So show that confidence to the company.
That's really great point. Yes, the basic, but the bottom line, we have to stick to the basic and little patience. That's it. What Dhananjay did for him. Now, one question: like you did your engineering on mechanical, and what I heard, what I know that you throughout almost entire career you are related to IT. Now, this question I came across from many professionals, sir. I did my maybe non-IT graduation, and how come I switch here? Whether I'll be fit for this or not? Just they are thinking, saying, I did mechanical, come what may, no job, still I'll stick to mechanical. Reason I spent 4 years, 5 years in this. What advice you'd like to give to those guys? Means jobless, but I don't want to switch to the
Right.
demanding technology.
Right.
And this is a
So
really genuine, means almost everybody have that question. Everybody is not computer science engineer, means
yeah,
related to IT. So
correct.
what your advice to them?
Yes. So first of all, no, you have to see that no, which is your interest area. Even though you have studied mechanical, fine, that's okay. You may not have got guidance. Like me, I did not get no proper guidance. Somebody said, no, you should either take civil or computer science. I was not interested in civil, so I thought, okay, even computer science may not be good. And at my time, it was no computers were. So I'm talking about '98. So
Yeah.
computers were there, but I was never exposed to the computer, so I could not make the decision that I'm really good at at computers. So see what interests you. During my 4 years, I got opportunity to learn a programming language, and when I learned programming language, it blew my mind. And I could see there is so much of creative power, almost like magical and superpower. You can do anything you want, and that was my trigger to continue to build my capabilities in tech. So I started with Fortran. That was a lucky break for me. Then I actually learned C++ as a choice. I made a choice to learn C++ as another course, and all aligned because I was interested in like puzzle solving, mathematics. These are the skills which a computer engineer requires to write programs and build systems, right?
Mhm.
So first of all, you have to really make sure what is your interest area. If you like machines, okay, mechanical is your thing. If you like buildings, probably civil or architecture is your thing. So see what is your interest area, and that you can understand. Okay, so whatever is interest area, generally you will be good in that. So that is the first and foremost thing. Money or a company or the opportunities, they are everywhere in all the fields these days. We are in that world. But first of all, you have to see what is your interest area. If you cannot sit in front of the computer, you don't like maths and you don't like solving puzzle, probably computers is not a thing for you, right? If you're a person who wants to go around, meet people, maybe a mechanical thing or something else, right, would be your choice of no study. But let's say if you really understand, no, I am good, I like maths, I like to solve puzzle, I have done some programming, I enjoy it, then don't lose more years by not transitioning to computer science, right? Don't lose more years. So that's what happened. So first initial 2 years I was into EIL, which was mechanical based company. There was some exposure to some programming and some, because it was a design company. But then, so 4 years plus 2 years, I again wasted 2 more years thinking that, okay, I've spent 4 years in my life, right, on mechanical engineering. So I spent 2 more years. In fact, my friend said that, are you going to lose all the 4 years? So I answered that, thinking about that 4 years, I've lost 2 more years. Let me go to computer industry because that's where I think I will do better, because seems like this is my interest area. So I again take a calculated move, and I shifted to Infosys at that point of time. So so yeah, so if you like, so first, because life is too short to work on things which you don't like. If, let's say, you have done studied mechanical and you don't enjoy that field, you don't enjoy working on automobiles or turbines, then you switch. Don't waste more of your life. You can build capabilities like in programs and all that. Within 6 months, 1 year, you'll be able to build capabilities and you will do fine. But make sure that you have interest in that area where you want to spend rest of your career. Okay, because that's where your career will become your part of major part of life. So make sure that no, you enjoy your life. Life is for enjoyment, not for stress and no sadness. Life is for happiness, right? So you should find
Yeah.
the area which really excites you.
So really great. Just for the audience, I'm again recapping. See, the question is what Dhananjay is mechanical. Then he worked for a couple of years in mechanical domain, 2 to 3 years, and after that he moved to IT based on what interest and opportunity. He found both, and then he didn't means invest or maybe more time just keeping himself in the area he didn't have that interest long back. Okay, now coming back to one of the myths is there in the market, especially in IT, programming, it's a rocket science. See, Dhananjay is from different background. He learned programming from scratch after graduation, and he made entire career in the IT. So the message what we got from you, Dhananjay, here is that anybody, if have interest, can start anything in his or her career. Don't waste time just by thinking, okay, I have invested 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, I have to be in this, no matter what, whether I have interest or not. So it's a really great example. You yourself, Dhananjay, just you moved from X to Y domain, and this is definitely going to help the viewer thinking that, okay, no, I'm into this. I'm going to stick to this, whether I have the opportunity or not, doesn't matter. Okay, so thanks for sharing this part. Now, moving next, suppose what we heard that suddenly robotic. So what is the story of this robotic? Because see, core IT UL is what I understood, right? And suddenly again the IoT, that is a little bit different direction. So how this idea came to you, means, and why this?
Sure. Okay, so now, yeah, so that is basically, as I said, I'm quite interested in technology somehow, because of my maths background, or because I saw that technology provides you so much of creative power. And IT, I love IT, I love software development. For some of you, it may be like, maybe not your thing, but I would be surprised why not. If you are good at maths, and if you're decent at maths, it does not require really high concept maths. It's just about making uh, your aptitude, right? If you have some aptitude, your analytical skills, if you have some analytical skills, then definitely computer is your thing. It's a high paying industry, of course. So computer I always love because it gives you creative power. Using program, you can do anything. Now, things examples are there, right? We have this autonomous cars, right? It was possible? No, it was not possible. Now we have face recognition. A software can recognize a face, right? All that is possible just because of coding. We have drone show, right? Drone shows, right? You can organize hundreds of drone to work in a certain pattern, all because of programming, all because of coding. right? So it's of my interest area, and that extended robots, I think everyone has passion to it. Everybody likes robots, and so I always liked robots, and I also wanted to tinker. So being in Bangalore, that gave me like a good opportunity of different meetups. But I'm sure these kind of meetups are there in almost all the cities now. So I joined one of the meetups for robotics, and I was exposed to Arduino programming. And looking at that, you can control hardware. It was fascinated, right? You can control hardware, you can control motor, LEDs, sensors, read data, Wi-Fi module, what not you can do. That was a kicker for me. And then I thought, okay, let me get learn more. So I spent some time along with my job in parallel, spent some time continuing to work on that, learning and joining other meetups on IoT and robotics, continued the journey. And then it suddenly occurred. So my son was also in school, and he was also doing robotics, and also I used to inquire how it's going. So he was also very excited. And then he said, yeah, I'm going for this competition, all that. So how it's going? So he said, no, our model's ready, but the programming is not that good. Why? Because my school teacher does not know much of programming. So I can understand, we all know that what kind of quality of education we have in our schools. Generally, we have very few good teachers. So in the school, and then especially for technology, it probably will be very hard for schools to manage that.
Yeah.
To get a high tech guy working for them at such a low salaries which schools offer.
Yeah.
So that made me think that if somebody needs, because these technologies, looking at that, the future is all about technology. These children needs to have some grounding in tech. So that's where I thought, okay, let me start a venture on teaching school students on robotics, and that actually extended to college students. We got request on to conduct some programs for colleges, and that's how we started doing programs for colleges. And at the moment we have very structured programs starting from
Yeah, so
grade.
we'll discuss on that part, Dhananjay, but here is a transition, right? You were in the IT. First mechanical to transition to core IT, you can say different programming, and suddenly little bit deeper or a different sector of that what you used to do. Now, the main question, because the reason I'm asking this question, a lot of people are in decision, should I go for or not? So what was it easy to just move from again changing into little different than what you were doing? What made you or what forced you to just go into that? I know definitely you were in maybe one zone, moving to another zone. What forced you to do that?
Right. So now the thing is that, as I said, that robotics was my interest area. I built some hardware projects, and I realized that it's not easy. I got some Arduino from market, from you can get it from Amazon and all. I ordered something, and then I was making basic circuits, blinking LED, all those things are fine. But then when I started making autonomous robot, like a line follower or different kind of things, I found, okay, actually it's not that easy. Software is one dimension of complexity, but then you combine mechanical complexity with electronics, the wiring, then even the capacity of the battery, and no voltage of the battery. You're scared that no, if you connect this particular component with this battery, is it going to burn? Right? So you're not very sure. So I realize it's hard. So let me get into this because it's not easy for people to understand. And robotics was picking up, and I saw that there is not much happening in the education side of robotics. So that made me, I saw the opportunity and I got into that. Now, again, as I said, my domain, I still code, I still program. It's my passion, coding and programming. I still participate in coding competitions. You would be surprised to know. So, but then hardware. So I still continue to learn, but then I got people who are really good at hardware from electronics background who spend in training and learning, building hardware projects. I got them. So still I have awareness, I have a good understanding about robotics, but again, not very in depth, not at a level of a professional grade hardware, because still it's a very vast field. Robotics is very vast. It's multiple technology which get involved. So I bring in my value on the software side, artificial intelligence side, and the team has complete capability of providing hardware solutions, IoT solutions. So that was the thing. It was, so nothing is easy, but you have to get somebody. Even I enroll. I am kind of continue to learn. I am a lifelong learner. That's what I believe, and
So
I
here,
always
here
want to
I will
learn.
stop you for one small question, and I know this
Sure.
question is not is it's for almost everybody. Is that we wish to do something, but should I go for it? It is very risky. So you love doing that, but still most of people are not taking risk to go there, maybe due to lack of security on the. What advice you would like to give to them? Whoever is on the junction means they know that okay, they're earning, but they know they're not that happy. Their calling is something like this robotic, but they are just indecision, saying that okay, what if I fail there? Definitely, you could have just passed. What advice you will give to those professionals
Yeah,
who are
that's a very good question, Upendra. So, yeah, of course, that risk is there, and you have to do your evaluation. Are you really passionate about it? Okay, done. That is good. If you're really passionate about something, that's fine. Is there market for it, right? So I'm talking from more from the business perspective, but it could be like from opportunity, from job opportunity. Job opportunity is a little bit easier. I would say that even though you may be finding a transition, every interview is hard. I understand that at every level, whenever one has to switch, every interview is hard, and you have to prepare for it. But then there are hundreds of companies you can apply. You can apply. You'll get rejected in two, three, four, five. Eventually, you'll land a job, right? So getting a job is relatively much easier. And it's very simple. You just show your passion, that you're really passionate about it, and you back that with your knowledge, that oh, you have this knowledge, you have done this groundwork, you don't have much of working experience, but you are willing to learn. You have knowledge, some knowledge which you've gained from yourself by learning, maybe by attending training, and doing something out of that, and companies appreciate that. So that is from the job perspective. If it comes on the entrepreneurship, then yeah, you have to evaluate whether the opportunity is there. Okay, of course you have the interest, but is the opportunity there? You have to do some kind of research, some kind of some kind of thinking that whether there's an opportunity for that, there's a market for that. You do some research on that, and then of course you go and jump, and you continue to learn. It's a constant learning journey, right? So doing a business is just not a like 1 month, 2 month. No, it takes 6 months, year, 2 years, 3 years to build the business. But you should have that faith and confidence that you will go through, and I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. Okay, so if you continue to work towards it, again, think about it. If you have interest in it, you will work on it, you will refine your skills, you will start becoming better and better and better on that, and then you will start appreciating yourself with others. And in that case, people will want to come to you, for your product, for your, let's say if you're providing some training or you're providing some product, people will come to you, they will work on it. So, but you have to make sure that no, there is a market for that. That is absolutely must. Otherwise, it will become a very expensive hobby for you. Whatever the business you are doing will become an expensive hobby. You should have definitely have see. No, for example, I am really passionate about. My other interest is I like to play sports. But now, should I build a career in sports? I don't think so. I don't want to do that. I don't really want to build a career and basically become a trainer or maybe run an organization for, because I am more interested in technology, right? So that's where I think. So you have to make your choices. You have to make your decision. If you're sure that a market is there, see, risk, you will never get all the green lights on your road. There will be some red lights. You have to wait, and you have to have some faith and move on, right? Over the time, it takes some time to build your authority. Eventually it will start working out for you. You'll start seeing results, and these results will start growing, multiplying. Things will start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. It depends on how much time and how much devotion you put in that thing. And if you're interested, of course, you'll be passionate in putting more devoted time on that.
yeah. So thanks so much for the detailed explanation here. So Dhananjay, high paying job you were into, right? Then you suddenly started your entrepreneurial journey. Now the question is, nowadays everybody is we all wants to start our own journey. At least we wish. Now, as per you, what advice, if somebody is doing their high paying job, wanted to switch, few advices for your own experience they should be before launching themselves into this journey, they should take care of. Your take on that, please.
Sure. So now here are the few things which you have to make sure before you're taking a drastic decision, right? What are the responsibilities? You have to look into that also. Let's say if you don't have a big bank balance and you are the sole earning member, you just still have to continue on your path, whatever makes you to get money. In parallel, you have to work hard because you want to get out of whatever the mediocre life you have. You want to go towards the excellence. You want to move towards your dream life. You have to work hard. There's no shortcut. There's no other way of working hard. Work hard, work smart. See where are the things. Make sure you're getting the right guidance. So you have to do the evaluation. What are your responsibilities? See that your responsibilities are taken care while you are not earning for some time. Of course, as Upendra mentioned, I did leave my high-paying job. No, it was no more than I'm say half a crore package I left to start my venture, and my salary dropped to zero, right?
Yeah.
For almost few years because there was pandemic also. We had to somehow manage. So from half a crore to zero, it's a big dip, right? But you need to have confidence. First of all, you need to have confidence, and then life is about exploring the opportunities. Let's say your dream is to become really great, right? Then what is all life about, right? So you cannot just live small and just, okay, I will just get by, I'm getting paid and all that, but you have to move towards what you really want. For that, you have to take some risk and put hard work for good amount of time, right? Good amount of time, and then you will start seeing the result. So life is too short to live a small life, right? But again, you need to have, especially if you want to jump into entrepreneurship or business, you need to have experience, right? You need to have knowledge. You need to have some skills which you can bank on, right? You can bank on. So, and before that, you need to have in job, you should have spent some time, like 3 4 years 5 years, and you're really good at it, and you have confidence that I can build systems, I can do well. Then of course take a jump into whatever areas you want to do. Life is too short to play small. And think about it, what worse can happen? Will you die of hunger, or will you no, for some years maybe you will not be able to buy your fancy vehicle or fancy car. Maybe you'll not be able to move to your bigger house for some years, few years, but after that the rewards will be much much higher for you. So you have to
Wow.
really work hard for some time, and have
So I can
confidence.
totally relate with whatever suggestion what you gave. And this is my personal question to you is, Dhananjay, apart from money, you in your entrepreneurial journey, what is one thing it is driving you in the next level apart from money?
Okay, so that one thing is basically achieving excellence in myself, right? So I really want to be really great at what I'm doing. I should be respected. I want to kind of build a legacy for myself,
Wow.
and no, so that is something which pushes me to do my best. By the way, money is one of the criteria to show the world that you are really good. So you should be making money, should be showing your skills, refining them, working on them, right? So that is there. But again, no, become great. And how do you how do you do things, right? How do you do things? How do you really become great? By helping a lot of people, right? So that is the core of all the business. All the businesses which are successful, they need to have products which helps people. So I always tell that no, you have to build, you have to think about the customer, and then you have to think about your students, make their life better. If you're touching a lot of lives, if you're making their lives better and better, automatically your life will improve, right? You will start getting rewards for that. So when you're thinking beyond yourself, you're thinking about the society, you're thinking about the country, then you will start getting your due, whatever due is. It will take few years, and for that you have to really work hard, become better and better and better version. After few years, there'll be a vast difference between you and then the majority who are not doing that, right? Because you're striving hard, you're working years after years, and after that, then you can lead life at your own terms, on your own terms, the way you want, the way you want to lead your life. That would be your dream life, right? So
Wow, that's a great insight. And yeah, so next we're moving to next part. And what exactly Robopreneur and what exactly you are impacting in our society and kids? Can you give a brief on that?
sure. So Roboprenr is into tech education for school and college students. We do have a couple of centers in Bangalore. We do online programs also. We have about 1,000 students, which are like college students, different part of the country, different part of the world. There are students from US, Canada, Singapore. They're different students. So now tech is important, and as we all know, we are in tech is really high value. It's kind of a super skill, artificial intelligence. These are the known as super skill. Super, not even artificial intelligence is known as a superpower, right? Robotics coding is actually super skill. So now, so basically, no, this Robopreneur, as we started, it was to help schools. We have very structured
Schools
program.
from which section or which class, if you can mention, means
Yeah, so
starting
we start,
from somebody.
yeah, we start from grade three because
Okay.
younger students, will not be able to appreciate much of the learning. We do have some very smart and young students like age of 7 and all, but we have seen that a lot of students gain some level of maturity at the age of 8, so which is third grade, and we go on till 12th grade in the school segment. We have very structured grade wise courses. So we have robotics, we have Python programming, then we have IoT, and then we have professional grade robotics. We have course on artificial intelligence. We when we talk about artificial intelligence, we talk about like from starting from Python, what are the libraries used in Python, go to artificial intelligence. Then we get into professional grade robotics, where we bring in robot operating system, robot modeling, embedded systems, right? So these are the training programs which we do for the schools, and then we do some of the programs like artificial intelligence, full stack Python development, embedded systems, IoT. These are the programs which we do for school, college students. So that's where we do. And yeah, we will be getting into getting into the segment where we will be helping pass outs to land their first job. That is a plan to start in like 3 to 4 months, probably starting from June. We will be doing that. So yes, it's a complete end-to-end learning on robotics, all the areas around robotics, be it artificial intelligence, coding, electronics, hardware, robot modeling, everything around robotics. So yeah, so that's a program. It's a
Wow.
comprehensive program which we offer.
Yeah, so one of the main thing what you are about to launch is this professional, that is graduates will able to build their career in robotics in the next few months you are launching, right? That's really
Yes.
great news for all of us. Now, while just discussing in last 35 minutes, you mentioned there is a lack of guidance, the mentorship. So, as per your own, what is your own view about the mentorship? Means what important or what impact is going to make this mentorship or mentor in anybody's career, anybody's life? Your take and your advice for somebody.
Yeah, so I would say that I'm here because of my teachers and my mentors. I wouldn't be here because without them. You can learn only this much, by yourself. But if you want to learn 10 times that, you need help of a mentor, help of a teacher. And of course, the mentor has to be, helping you with full heart, and you should be, gelling with that mentor or that teacher. You should be able to ask any question, any doubt. You should be very friendly with that person, and it resonates with you that, whatever is there. So without mentorship, there are so much of information available on internet, right? But that is the information, first of all, probably is fragmented, or you will spend a lot of time to learn by yourself. Mentor will make things faster for you, no and then by learning, let's say if you learn by yourself, you learn for, let's say, 1 year, and then you land not a very good job, then you can think about, no, what is the opportunity which you're missing out, which the mentor can help you achieve that. So I'm big favor. I spend a lot of money in mentorship programs. It really helps. So earlier part of my career, or earlier part of my education, I was only fan of subject books, tech books. I was not very much into like self help and all. But now I feel that it's very important to have self help book read. So knowledge is what you should seek, and there are various ways to get you the knowledge. But mentor can give you a very refined, very dedicated path, because the mentor has is already there where you want to reach, and mentor can bring you to there, and then it will accelerate your journey, right? So probably mentor is there, he would have taken maybe 20 years to reach there, but the same journey he will make you reach in 3 4 years, and then rest of the thing you can excel higher and higher. So
Yeah.
mentorship is very, very important. You should take that. The amount which you spend towards mentorship is very, very less towards the rewards which you are going to reap because of the knowledge which you gain from the mentors.
No, great. So the gist of this, whatever you said, it's you can make your 10x speed for your any domain, maybe career, maybe whichever domain you want to excel. Just to find a mentor on that domain and see the magic. The speed you are
Yes.
going to get, you are going to save a lot of time, instance of maybe many years with this. So yeah, that is really, I agree with you in this. Now next, any one two books, self-help book impacted Dhananjay career, profession, whatever life, if you'd like to share for our viewer audience.
So yeah, so I've been reading. I'm doing a lot of reading, and it's good that probably all of you, know, most of you are in the early age of your career in your lives. Read as much as you can. Read good books. There are always advices you can get on what books to learn. Whenever you're learning, try to find the area which you want to improve. Let's say you want to improve your presentation skill. Find books on presentation skills, how to build, how to refine your brand, how to become a better person, become your better personality. So so one of the books which I have read about a year back, that's really good book. Again, on a self-help site, it's called School of Success. And actually, yeah, the School of Greatness by Lewis House. The School of Greatness by Lewis House is a very, very great book. Now, of course, you should be reading a lot of books, but there are some books which you should spend time with that book, and then you should make notes and you try to implement them, and that will give you much more results than reading hundreds of different books. First of all, you should be selective on what you're reading. Read, yeah, you should read good books, you should read a lot of books, but make sure you're reading the selective recommended books, somebody's reference, or you have, gained some knowledge on that. So that is you're doing. Let's say you start on a book and you don't like that book after reading, like maybe 30 40 pages. Stop that, stop reading there, stop wasting more of your time. But if there are books which you really like especially the School of Greatness by Lewis House, try to implement what is the teaching in that book. Use
Great.
that, spend more time. No, there's no problem in spend if you spend 1 month or 2 months on working on that book, and doing it. Rest, I'm reading a lot of business books, which probably is a talk for later. But
Okay.
currently, I'm reading a very fantastic book, which is the 5 a.m. Club, right? So that's a very
I
good
can.
book, yeah,
Okay.
5 a.m. Club from Robin Sharma. That's a very, very good book. I'm actually half done, so yes, a half remaining, but it's a phenomenal book. So, but yeah, for you to start with the School of Greatness from Lewis House.
Okay. So 5 a.m. Club and School of Greatness. This is the two book. Whoever is just if you didn't gone through, read it till now, This is the advice we are getting from 24 years of experience guy from one of the top school or top brand involved. Okay, so thank you so much, Dhananjay, for your time. And I know whatever the advice you gave, it is going to impact many professionals through your this time what you invested for our society. So that's it, guys, for today. And I'm going to come just maybe few days with one of the another guest. He or she is going to share his own experience. So thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Upendra, for giving